Hello, hello. Donny Carr here with another in the studio. So today I've been working on this project and I've utilized a technique that I thought you might be interested in. This is something I like to pull out of the toolbox from time to time, so I want to run you through it. First, let's have a quick preview of this little loop here and then we'll jump right in. Here we go. Okay, I think you get the point. So I've applied this technique to the tom drum here. So let's solo that up for a second. That's what it sounds like. I have this tom going through this auxiliary track over here. So essentially what I want to do with this tom is I want to enhance the attack. I want to give it a nice bite on the transient to really help it poke through the mix and just give it some attitude. So I'm going to use this auxiliary track to do so. So let's get going. The first thing I'm going to add is a distortion plugin. So I'm just going to go with the stock fast distort here, and let's I'm going to flick through some of the presets here, and while I'm doing that I'm just going to mute the dry signal, so all we're hearing is this auxiliary track here. That's a little bit much. That will work there. This overdrive setting I think will be fine. Yeah. Okay, so the next plugin in this chain is really the key component to this particular technique, and that is a noise gate. So I'm going to grab Fruity Limiter, which has a noise gate built into it. So that's what we're going to use. And let's dial this in. So that's about what I want there. All I'm looking for is to allow, you can see just I'm just allowing the very tippy top of the peak to poke through that noise gate and the tails being completely chopped off. That's what I want. I want just a short burst of that distorted tom coming through without the tail. And then we're going to layer that in with the original sound to really bring out the transient, give it some attitude, and help it poke through mix. So that's all I want here, is just a really short burst of that tom, of that distorted tom. Okay, so that's dialed in. It sounds a little awkward when it's soloed, but when you layer it in with the original sound, it's not going to sound awkward. So let's minimize this. Okay, and then what I might do is follow this with an EQ to shape it a little bit further. So what I'm thinking here is we added the overdrive, which is creating some additional harmonics. So I might even bring out some of the upper harmonics in this tom and maybe roll away some of the fundamental frequency. So let's add a low cut here. Oops. And I'm just going to go for a gentle curve. There's not a lot of harmonics anyways, but we did add some with that overdrive. So I don't want to take all of that fundamental frequency away, but I just want to roll a little bit off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep the frequencies, probably while the rest of the drums are playing, to see if I could find a nice little pocket of frequencies in the upper mid-range to maybe pull out and boost a little bit. All right, so let's kick in the rest of the drums. This will be exaggerated for a second while I sweep these frequencies. Here we go. Yeah, I'm thinking right around the 2500 area is a nice little spot. You can hear it just as really bringing out that click in the transient here. Let's go ahead and mute the dry signal again, so we're just hearing the distortion track. Yeah. So I'm going to give that a fairly generous boost. And then I'm going to roll away the top end, maybe just to about 5K or so, or 5,500. But yeah, that little boost is just enhancing that click. Yeah. Okay. And that's really it. And then it's just a case of blending this in to taste. So I'm going to pull that all the way down and let's mix this in. Really don't need a lot either. A little bit of this goes a long way. Okay, so without it, with it. Without it, and with it. Without it, and with. There you go. So that's my gated parallel distortion technique I like to use from time to time. It works great on drums. You could use it on, I think, any kind of short percussive sounds it would work great on. Maybe so like plucks, synth stabs, maybe a piano. You can get creative with it on different source materials. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Leave me a comment or question. And also I wanted to maybe ask you guys, is there any topics that you would like to see me cover on this channel? If there are, drop them in the comments below and I'll take a look and possibly, you know, do some videos based on your suggestions. And then a couple other shout outs and plugs. My merch store is up and running. If you're interested in grabbing some merch items, the link is in the description. And I also offer a professional feedback service. So if you're looking for feedback on your tracks, I do that through audio.net. The link for that is in the description. You can, send me a request for feedback there. All right, so thanks for watching, everyone. take care, and I'll catch you soon. Cheers.